Hi, everyone. Welcome to Quarantine with Clark. I just wanted to throw a little disclaimer in on this one before you get started with the actual video. The editing at the beginning of this is going to seem a little choppy, but once you see the video itself, you'll figure out why. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you really enjoy this last video. Welcome to Quarantine with Clark, the show that asks West Dodge Station staff questions kids want to know, and some they probably don't. I'm your host, Mr. Clark, and this is our final installment of Quarantine with Clark. So our guest today is very, very special. I am joined by our wonderful, amazing, phenomenal principal, Mrs. Wahl. Mrs. Wahl, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Mr. Clark.
Fantastic. And I'm guessing you have a... Oh, man. Well, in that situation, I guess we can chalk that up to the, hi, Tony.
Wow. Wow.
To the pie in the face, huh?
Yeah. I was really hoping maybe we could, actually do this interview, but I don't know.
Well, so this is obviously from Mr. Richter.
Yeah.
The challenge from earlier this school year, talking about I believe it was the milk drive. Yeah. So surprise. And yeah. So you've got a little on your
Yeah. There's a little there, a little there, and a little there. Oh.
Oh, that's great.
I'm in so much trouble.
Just stop right there. Just stop.
So
Okay.
you want to shoot me a text when you get cleaned up, and we can come back to it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Will do. All righty. Bye.
Hi, Lance.
See you, Tony. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you guys, I might need a place to stay.
Oh, man.
All right. Yeah, let me know when you're cleaned
All
up.
right. All right.
You're back.
I'm back.
So I just want to ask you a few questions just to let the kids of West Dodge Station get to know you a little bit better, okay?
Perfect.
All right. First of all, where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, nice. So lived here all your life. What school did you go to?
I went through Millard Public Schools, and so I graduated from Millard South.
Oh, cool. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do. I have one sister. She's 4 years older than me.
Nice. So do you guys get to see each other quite a bit, or?
She lives in Atlanta, Georgia, so I don't get to see her as often as I would like, but we try and stay in contact, whether that's through text messaging or emails, that type of thing.
Or now we have Zoom, obviously, so you can.
Or Zoom, yeah.
There you go. What about pets? Do you have any pets at home?
Well, Mr. Clark, I had a golden doodle until my daughter got married, and then it suddenly became her golden doodle. So no, Clementine comes over to see me quite a bit, but he's not at our house full time.
Nice. And the name is Clementine.
Clementine, yep.
I love that. That's awesome. Well, you kind of asked or answered the one question. Do you have any kids at home, or not at home? Do you have any kids?
Yeah. So I have a daughter and I have a son. My daughter is married, so I also have a son-in-law.
Nice. And a lot of people probably don't know this. Obviously, you and I know this, but when Gabe was in, I believe, 5th grade.
He may have even been younger than that, maybe like 3rd.
Maybe even 3rd grade. He won something from the Manchester Carnival, in which he gave, or I gave him a couple of I think hitting lessons or baseball lessons. So in that regard, I kind of take a little bit of credit for him going into hockey, because obviously I didn't teach him or coach him well enough to do baseball.
No, not at all.
All right. What about any hobbies? What hobbies do you have?
What hobbies do I have? Well, I enjoy reading. I enjoy baking. And my husband and I would say, both enjoy working out. Probably don't do it as often as I should, but we enjoy doing that together. So yeah, those three things.
Nice. What about hidden talents? What's something that you have as a talent that maybe a lot of people don't know about you?
Mr. Clark, I'm not really sure that I have any hidden talents. You know,
Everybody has hidden talents.
I can't really think of anything right now. I will tell you that, not that this is really a hidden talent, but one of the things I've enjoyed doing lately is redoing furniture. So like stripping down furniture and either repainting it or restaining it or whatever. So it's not really a hidden talent, but something that I've enjoyed doing.
Awesome. Well, it definitely would be a talent then if you're doing it and getting good at it. So aside from getting married and having children, what has been the most exciting moment of your life?
Yeah. So I have to say I probably have two of them because I had two children. And so, you know, a lot of times when I think about the exciting things that happen in my life, they're centered around my kids. So my daughter getting married was most definitely just an exciting time. Her fiance had immigrated from Scotland. And so when his family came over and was here for the wedding, they were here for about 10 days. And that was the first time they've ever been to the United States. And so to be able to share that with them and to get to know them and to, you know, learn about my extended family now, that was really just a fun time. Then if I think about my son, you know, this past school year, he transferred from playing junior hockey into college hockey. And so to watch him make that first goal and just to see his excitement in that, and that would probably be another time that really stands out as of lately in my life.
Nice. And I'm going to be honest, I kind of had an idea that those were probably going to be your moments when you said you had two.
Yeah.
So turning a little bit to a different page, growing up, what were some maybe strange or odd jobs that you did, or just some of the jobs that you did growing up?
Yeah. You know, it may not be really all that odd, but I was thinking back to my very first job that I had, and I was a popcorn popper. So I would say that was probably the oddest that I've had. Most of my jobs have centered around working with kids in some fashion. And you know, those are never odd. No. I would have to say never.
No, yeah, no teaching situations with kids ever gets odd at all.
No, never.
So
popcorn popper.
Popcorn popper. That would come in handy for a lot of different things, I think.
Yeah.
So other than outside of education, outside of teaching, what would be a dream job that you would absolutely love to do?
Yeah, something that my husband and I are kind of thinking about when I retire is to start a real estate business and sell homes, but also flip homes. It's something that interests both of us, and we enjoy, you know, real estate and looking at real estate and looking at, you know, homes and the way they're decorated and that kind of thing. So
that would be cool. I've done so many of these interviews now that I could have swore there was somebody else that actually talked about going into real estate. I'd have to go back through and watch them again, but I can't remember who that was. All right, so now getting into some of the goofier questions. We're talking about superpowers here. Would you rather be able to fly, or would you rather be invisible?
Wow, that's a great one. I dream a lot about flying, so I think maybe that has to be my superpower that I would pick.
Yeah, it might be.
Mm-hmm.
I always dream about running, and it's always just really, really slow, which I'm not the fastest of runners anyway, so. Yeah. All right. Do you sing loudest in the shower, in the car, or both equally as loud?
Oh gosh, Mr. Clark, I do not have a musical bone in my body, and so I don't sing, to be quite honest with you. Other than, I will be completely honest, other than when I am running. If I am running, I sing to myself. I think it helps me take my mind off of what I'm doing. Absolutely.
Listening to music like that, it always kind of takes your mind off of stuff. So even though you're not you say you don't sing, what would be your go-to karaoke song if we were all to go karaoke?
Yeah, that one's kind of that's an easy one though. Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline, because everybody can join in, everybody can sing it, and then they can take everyone can drown out my sound and carry on.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that have thrown out songs that that definitely audience participation, so that the microphone can just kind of be set down and you can kind of slide off to the side of the stage.
Yep.
All right, going to get into the lightning round. I'm going to ask you a series of questions rather quickly. I want you to answer them as quickly as possible, but they're all about your favorite things, so it should be easy, all right?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. What is your favorite food and drink?
So favorite food, gosh, I would have to say I love desserts. I'm kind of a sweet tooth, anything along those lines. Drink, I haven't had caffeine in about 15 years. And so I discovered Crystal Light, and that is probably my go-to drink. Any of the Crystal Light packets or the spray that you can put into your water, that's my go-to drink.
Awesome. What is your favorite word?
Oh, Kaizen.
What is it? Paisan?
Kaizen.
Oh,
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means continuous improvement.
Oh, that's a good word. What is your favorite sound?
My favorite sound has to be children laughing. I just love that innocence of kids laughing.
There's been a lot of people that have said that. What's your favorite smell?
Ooh, bread baking.
Nice. Your favorite type of music?
Country.
Okay. What is your favorite place to visit?
I love to travel, and I can't say that I necessarily have a favorite place to visit, but I would say either the country or the beach, either one of those two places. The country to me is just peaceful, and the beach is fantastic.
Awesome. And finally, who is your favorite fifth grade teacher named Clark?
Oh, Clark.
Oh,
Well, we had a Melissa Clark a few years ago.
She wasn't in fifth grade. She wasn't in fifth grade.
Teasing. I'm just teasing. Of course it's you, Mr. Clark.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much. We just have a few more questions before we wrap things up. First of all, what have you been doing? And I know you haven't necessarily had the same boredom that a lot of other people have had, because you've still been working very, very diligently throughout all this. But what have you kind of been trying to do to beat the boredom of social distancing?
Yeah, I would say that my husband and I have done a few little house projects. That's kind of kept our mind busy, thinking about what we wanted to do there. So we're currently in the middle of a little bathroom remodel.
Cool. Well, hopefully you get it all done and everything. And obviously we will have more time there coming in the summer, but what about, and this is a special question just for you, any moments throughout your time at West Dodge Station that really stand out as kind of some favorite memories?
There's been so many, but I would say for me, there's 2 times of the year that are the most important, and that's the very beginning of a year. I just love the energy of a new school year. I love to see the kids come back. I love to see how much they've grown over the summertime. I love the energy of the teachers. I mean, they're excited to have, a whole new classroom of students and get to know them and build relationships with them. So really the start of every school year to me has been special. And I would say the end of every school year to me has been special. And I think that's why this one is as difficult as it is. When you think about the fun things that we get to do at the end of a school year together, track and field day is an example. I know that track and field day may not be every child's favorite day, but it's the one time that we come together as an entire family at West Dodge Station, and we don't get that opportunity all that often. And so it's times like that really give me a whole lot of energy and excitement. There are times where I'm really proud to be the principal of West Dodge Station and be with the big family, the big school family.
Awesome. And finally, what would you like to say to the kids at West Dodge Station?
Wow, I sure wish that I could do this in person as opposed to this way, but I've had 10 amazing years at this building and gotten to know so many different families and students and teachers, and just I cherish the relationships that I've built with families and with the teachers and the staff at West Dodge. I'm going to miss this community immensely because it is fantastic. One of the things that I enjoy the most is just being able to work with other people and build relationships, and to see growth in whatever it may be, whether it's a student or whether it's a teacher or whether it's myself. I just believe that we all have growth to make, and that that's part of our job here on earth, is just to continue to grow and become better people. And so I really just enjoyed being able to do that here at West Dodge and spend time with families and staff members. And I'm going to miss that immensely. But directly to the students, boys and girls, keep learning. You are amazing. And I know that you have great things in your future. And I sure hope that I get to hear about some of the great things that you do. I know that we have scientists and teachers and doctors and nurses and, everything under the sun right here, walking the halls of West Dodge Station. And I'm so excited to see what your future brings for you. And I promise that hopefully our paths will cross again and I can come back to visit you. But with all that being said, I also know that Mrs. Sitters is going to be amazing. And she's going to come in and she's going to build relationships with each one of you and continue to push the students and the staff at West Dodge Station to be the very best that they can be. And that's really what this is all about. It's about all of us growing to be the very best we can be. I think that's why Kaizen is one of my favorite words, because I know that at 50 years of age, which you all know, that was a big one this year, at 50 years of age, we all have growth to make, and that we can continue to grow and learn together. That's the really cool thing about education. So thank you, families, students, teachers, staff. I can't ask for a better place to have been for the last 10 years of my life. I truly am grateful for every day that I got to spend at West Dodge. And I hope that our paths will cross again because I appreciate the relationships that I was able to build with many of you. And with that being said, let's wrap up this school year. It's been a crazy one, but let's wrap it up.
Absolutely. All right. I just want to give a huge thank you to Mrs. Wahl and wish you good luck at your new building. We will promise to carry on your greatness from across town. I hope that all of you have enjoyed getting to know all of our staff members through the Quarantine with Clark series. We all hope you have a safe, happy, and healthy summer. See you soon.
Thanks, Mr. Clark.